Hi, this is Palaque Sharma, Group 43, presenting Project 4 Part 2, Reddit Clone REST API implementation in Glean. I'll demonstrate the REST API server, the CLI client, and show all the communication that happens via HTTP requests. So let's get started. First, I will run this server on port 3000. As you can see, the engine has started successfully and is now listening on port 3000. I'll use this terminal to show all the incoming API requests and responses as log messages. And this is where we'll put in the commands and see what is actually happening. Uh, for demo purposes, I've created a script which has all the commands like that correspond to all the operations that I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm just going to run this script. So let's get started. The first thing we'll do is that we'll register two users, Alice and Bob. So first registering Alice, the client, as you can see, sends a post request to API register with the username Alice, and we get a 201 created response with the user ID, which is 692. We have that right here. Next up, we want to create the user Bob, similar logging right here with the user ID 285. Next, now let's say Alice creates a subreddit. Uh, uh, and she calls it Gleamlang. So we can see a post request has gone to API subreddits. We have the name, we have the description, we have the user ID, which is the created ID, which corresponds to the user ID of Alice, and we have the 201 created with the subreddit ID. Next up, let's say that Bob joins the subreddit. Again, a post request to API subreddits with this particular subreddit ID with the join request and Bob's user ID. Again, a 200 OK response that Bob has joined the subreddit Gleamlang. Next up, let's say that Alice creates a post. We have a post request to API posts with all the content. Again, this includes the title, content, subreddit ID, author ID, and if it is a repost. It has worked successfully, 201 created with the post ID, which we have right here as well. Next up, let's say that Bob comments on this post. So we have the post request to API comments. In that we have Bob's actual comment, we have his author ID, we have the post ID, and finally we have a created comment which says which tells us the comment ID, and it tells us that this is a top level comment. With top level, basically we're going to handle the hierarchical structure of the comments with like nested comments and everything. So now to demonstrate that, let's say that Alice replies to Bob's comment, and so the request will again go to API comments with the content, author ID, the post ID, as well as the parent comment ID. And we'll get a response that 201 created. This is the new comment, which is the reply to the previous comment. The previous comment ID was 556, again 556. Next up, let's say that Bob upvotes Alice's post. So we have a request to API post, Alice's post vote. What kind of vote? It's an upvote. And we have a 200 OK response. Next up, since now we have Bob already upvoting Alice's post, Alice's karma will go up. So when we check it, it should be 1. As you can see, it is 1. The request has gone to, a GET request has gone to user ID karma, and we have received that it is 1. Next up, let's say Bob sends a direct message to Alice. We'll see that this has gone to API messages, and we have received a message ID. And now Alice replies to this DM. So we have it right here. In that we have also sent the user ID this, reply to DM this, which reply DM this to the initial DM, which was 999. Next up, we want to get Bob's feed. So as you can see, first, sorry about that. First, we will look at Alice's messages, which is you'll see the two messages that have that are visible to Alice. The first one is from Bob, and the second is the reply that she sent back. Next up, we'll now see Bob's feed. So Bob's feed will essentially show us the posts from the subreddits that he has joined, which is Hello Gleam, and the post will basically show one upvote and one comment count, one score. So we have everything in line. Next up, we want to get the post with comments. We will retrieve the full hierarchical structure. So you'll see this is the comment structure. We have Bob's comment. You'll see this has a replies array, which contains Alice's reply to Bob's comment in a nested system. So this is basically the comment system. And again, we have the logging right here. Finally, let's look at the final stats. So we'll have 2 users, 1 subreddit, 1 post, 2 comments, 2 messages, and 2 online users. Finally, you can see right here, as I showed you throughout the demo, that we had all the REST API communication over here. Each request showed the HTTP method, endpoint, request body, and the response status. I quickly also want to show you the CLI client interface, just making it a little not messy. So I'll quickly run CLI client. Oh, my bad. This has an underscore. So you'll see the CLI client supports all the operations. It has all the commands that the makes HTTP request to the REST API server. So basically, to summarize, this project implements a REST API server with the endpoint similar to Reddit's API, a CLI client that communicates via HTTP, all required features that include user registration, subreddits, posts, hierarchical comments, voting with karma, direct messages with replies, and user feeds. I'll have the instructions on how to basically run the project and everything in the project report, and with all the additional details as required. That's all from my side. Thank you for watching.